You don't need to speak too loud. It's actually like a pretty good microphone. How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome back to the cast. This time we got my bro, my homie, I guess, nerdy boy in the house.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. He's sitting. He's
sitting
chilling.
in the chair, the special chair,
the famous red couch from last episode.
Exactly.
That we don't actually have in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, today we're gonna be discussing the Minecraft movie, which I'm gonna say one thing pisses me off that it's called a Minecraft movie instead of the Minecraft movie. Who decided that?
Beats me. It sucks. The naming sucks for the movie.
I know, and that's a good allegory for life, you know. Anyways, so I'm gonna just say that movie was wild, you know.
I agree. It was a definitely wild movie.
What do you go? It was just kind of crazy, man. Like, you know, movie starts out with Steve narrating. You see it in the fucking Minecraft loading screen, and I'm like, whoa, all right, Jack Black's saying some crazy stuff. And then after that, it shows him, you know, he says the line, "I yearn for the mines."
An iconic line, I'll have to say to that.
Yeah. I mean, we all saw it in the trailers. It's the first thing to open up the movie. That's how you know it's going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you know, he's at an office job. And that was kind of surreal, seeing Steve from Minecraft at an office job. Like, wow. And he's still wearing, like, the same clothes and crap. And then all of a sudden, you know, he says, "Fuck all that. I'm going to the mines, bitch." And he goes into the mines. And he sees this, like, old guy who... What does he do again?
He scared him off as a kid, but then when he came back to, like, William Afton from FNAF, he,
That's a good one.
He got sidestepped from Jack Black when he was trying to get back into the mines. Because he yearned for them. He yearned for the mines.
Yeah, as a kid. So he finally kills that guy with his diamond sword. Not actually. And he goes into the mines. And this is where crazy stuff happens because he finds a cube, right? And then that opens the portal to Minecraft. I was like, oh my god! That was in the trailer! It was insane. Yeah. I mean, what would you say about, like, that first... That's kind of a crazy way to open up your Minecraft movie.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely attention-getting. Like, I wasn't feeling like I needed to sleep through this thing, so definitely worked in that regard.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of Steve in an office job, like 5 like that's just fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so after that we see some good time of, you know, Jack Black. He gets the dog. I mean Steve. Don't cancel me, Minecraft fans. Steve gets a dog named Dennis. You know, he's dancing with pandas, and the whole time I was thinking, you can't do that in Minecraft. I mean, it's a funny scene, but I honestly just feel bad for the kids who are watching this, don't know anything about Minecraft, and then they go to play the game and see half of the things in the movie you can't even do in the video game.
Yeah, it's like misleading. False advertising.
Exactly. Though I will say, it did make for a more enjoyable time.
The things they added definitely made it more entertaining.
Yeah, excuse me. What else? Then after that, stuff happens. He goes to the Nether, and he meets the original villain of the movie, this pig, called like Malgusha. What was the pig's name again?
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
Maldra or something like that.
Yeah, something impronounceable like pig bastard, pig bitch. You know, Miss Piggy. You know, from Kermit the Frog left her. You know, she went insane. You know, and then this part I was just laughing at because Steve goes to the Nether with his dog Dennis because his dog Dennis goes through the portal, and then after that, Steve he hops into the portal, and he goes after his dog, and that's where he meets like the evil pig wizard. And he sees all the piglins and all that crap, and then I am not fucking joking when I say this. You know, the pigs take the orb And then Steve gets it back. He gives it to his dog, tells his dog to hide it, and his dog hops through the portal while Steve gets like dragged off, probably to go to the mines again. You know?
Yeah, he has to go in the mines and never in the Nether.
Exactly. He's got a mine for that gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie flash cuts to the famous character, Dennis. No, not fucking Dennis.
Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison.
Yeah, that guy played by
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, yeah. And, you know, we've learned throughout that whole thing, you know, that when he was a kid, he was great at the video game, like fucking, what was it called, like Hunk Street? It was something like with Hunk in it, and I was thinking during that whole time, like,
it was bootleg Street Fighter. That's what
bootleg. Yeah, no, not Street Fighter, because it was more what was because Street Fighter is more like 2v2, but that was more like one of those games where it's like you know, walking around. Bootleg Streets of Rage. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. What was it called? Minecraft movie games. Good thing there's a computer.
Yeah.
What was it called? Forget it. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Anyway, that happens. We learned, you know, as a kid, he was very good at this game, but that past is behind him now. They called him Garrett the Garbage Man because of how good he was at that game, but now he sucks, and he's living in his house. He gets evicted. He's getting evicted from like his crib, you know, his house. His life just sucks. And then we see, you know, he goes to some where is he? He goes to
like a
thrift store or something.
Not thrift store. He goes to like one of those like auctions for like units, like units or whatever, like those like places where you auction off like pieces of crap. I don't know.
Yeah, let's just say garbage disposal place.
Yeah, he goes to the garbage disposal place.
Yeah.
And he auctions off some of his remaining money that he lost to the eviction.
Mm-hmm. To some fucking random ass person we don't see again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then, you know, after that, I kind of didn't pay attention, but all I could think was, because one of our friends, buddies, was there, like, pointed out Dan TDM was in the background. But if you see him in the background, he's bald. He doesn't have hair. He just has a hat.
For real.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, did Dan TDM shave his head so people wouldn't know it's him?
Yeah, it's scary. Scary that
scary.
He was.
He's bald.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Stampy Cat's in the background, you know?
Maybe we missed it.
Yeah. Anyways, after that, you know, he screams because his car breaks down. And I thought maybe like that Dennis was gonna like show up, like he was gonna pop out at that moment, but we actually see the two other main characters that I don't remember the name of. So I'm gonna look them up right now. Do you remember the names?
I think one of them was like Ash or something like that.
Henry. Here it is. I'm looking right now. Henry and fuck it. I'm not good with names. Natalie. That's how you pronounce it. Henry and Natalie. Both who their mom. They come in. Their mom died. They drive into like the new crib, the new house to live in, and you know they see him. They see Gary the Garbage Man. They're like, "Who the fuck is that?" You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, they make it to the house. That's when we meet the next character, Dawn, the landlord who loves animals. You know, has a zoo. There's a llama in the car. Oh, very riveting stuff. You know, it's like during that whole section, I was like, I'm watching a Minecraft movie, right? Not something else.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed like some random sitcom that they were playing. Like, really?
Yeah, exactly. It just feels like I'm watching like the fucking live action Smurfs movie, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, trust me, all this stuff is really important until we get to the good stuff. So, anyway, after that, you know, Henry goes to school. Before then, what did he do before then? He went to like see Gary the Garbage Man.
He went to see Gary the Garbage Man to like deliver some food, I guess. I don't know. They weren't really clear in the movie why those two characters met for some reason.
I mean, I just kind of slept through that part.
Yeah.
My brain was turned off. So anyway, his school project sucks. He makes a jetpack that fails, that crashes into his sister's. Did I mention that? Yeah, like they tell the fuck no. Whatever, the other woman he was in the car with, that's his sister, and he goes in. His school project fails basically.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes to see Gary the Garbage Man, who has the little like tesseract thing that Dennis had in the bag, and that Steve has, and all that jazz. Anyway, basic point is they go to the mine Steve was in because the tesseract's cube thing starts reacting. So they go to the Minecraft mines. Henry's sister's like freaking out. So her and the landlord drive over to the mines. Everybody gets sucked into Minecraft. Boom. That's
Then we actually start the movie.
Yeah, then we actually start the movie. That's right. And first thing we see is from the trailer. You see the pink sheep and it's, what the hell? And that's the Minecraft part is finally here. So I'm gonna be honest, that whole beginning scene and shit, yeah, it was important. I did not give a crap about that at all. I did not give two shits. So yeah, now we can actually get into the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So, after that, fuck, oh my god. Oh yeah, night falls, and that's when all the mobs start popping out, We saw zombies.
Got the skeletons.
Yeah.
Skeletons riding spiders.
Yes, spider jockey, which I don't think like spider jockeys are kind of supposed to be like rare to find, but in this they're just fucking everywhere. Yeah. I'll swap seats.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. What else? Oh, man. Fucking, yeah, Creeper blows up Jason Momoa, That was pretty funny. Do you remember that? Where, in the movie, the skeleton is before the Creepers blew him up, but in the movie, he falls in a pit. And then when the skeleton tries following him down.
Yeah, and then the skeleton dies.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, stuff happens. Henry figures out that like he can build a lot of shit in Minecraft, and he's fucking really good at playing Minecraft. He's really good at griefing too, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, basically, all that happens. They all get in a hut. They get in a house. They all get cornered. Everybody runs up. They start screaming, and then you hear the sound where it's like da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, villager news, and that's when the villagers pop out, baby. Nope. If it was a good movie, that would happen. But no, Steve pops out, Jack Black, and he kills a zombie. And again, a lot of that shit, man, I was just thinking, like, you remember what he does, right? He takes, like, the arm off.
And then just smacks the zombie with it. Like, that was, like...
Yeah.
I wish that was in Minecraft. I was like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. And then what he does, too, he builds, like, a couple blocks up. He fucking, he does, like, the pile drive, where he's, like, pile drive, and he does, like, the arm thing on the zombie. And then, when it turns day, he fucking starts flailing his arms around like his magic or something, because, they burn in the daylight.
Yeah.
And then, he says the line.
He says, well, Henry asks, who are you? And then he says, Jack Black's, I am Steve. And then we actually continue with the story. The characters basically figure out what they need to do. Steve tells them they need to save the overworld from the piglins, from that pig witch or something like that.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy, yeah.
Miss Piggy, yeah, exactly. Shit, wait, you're just making me remember something. Before then, they set up a thing and it basically goes nowhere. Where it turns out by the piglins, Jack Black Steve has been enslaved by him, and he's like chained up and stuff, building a statue of him. I don't know if you remember that, but I thought that was really funny. So they set up this thing where it's like, she's like, I'll let you free if you get the fucking little Tesseract thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so he's basically like, I need that thing. And they're like, why? And it's like, I need it. Also, Gary the Garbage Man breaks part of it, so they have to go to the Woodland Mansion to get a new one. So yeah, I think we basically set up the whole movie now, so we can basically just talk whatever about the movie.
Yeah.
So, you go to the village. Jack Black has a song about turkeys, hot chicken, lava chicken, that's it.
Yeah, it made my ears bleed. In real life, that song.
Yeah, I saw it. It was kind of crazy. We had to go to the hospital, like in the middle of the movie. We asked him to pause it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the piglins attack the village. They have the famous character of General Chungus. Who, I didn't expect them to give him a voice, but they just gave him like the stereotypical, like gay, like surfer dude voice.
Yeah.
Which is just coming out of a piglin just doesn't sound right to me.
It was so off-putting.
Yeah. I don't know what they were trying to do with that character, but I was like, I feel like that character seems like a character being like a 2010s like 3D animated like fucking like Nickelodeon show.
For real.
Yeah. Anyway, he ends up failing, so he dies. Steve, Henry, and Gary the Garbage Man use a Elytra, except Steve doesn't have one, so he has to hop on the back of Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And then Henry's sister and the landlord, who I think she's a landlord, right?
Yeah.
They those two like run over. We don't see much of that, but there's a whole like thing with ghasts attacking Elytra. Steve and Gary the Garbage Man got something going on. I don't know what.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
Yeah,
I ship it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's definitely like a polykill thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe Dennis the fucking fuck am I saying? Dennis the Wolf joins. No, Alex is that's the ship. It's Steve, Alex, Gary the Garbage Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. Gary the Garbage Man's it's a fucking threesome. Fucking hell. Anyway. What else happened? There's people talking in the background.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway, that happens. We get to the Woodland Mansion. Baby zombie fight ensues, but before then, Jack Black, Gary the Garbage Man, Henry, they gotta think of a plan. So Jack Black and Gary the Garbage Man start singing, and I think that made your ears bleed even more. Right?
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital a second time because it was rupturing my eardrums, and it was so painful.
Yeah, I didn't feel that the first time, but even me, I started like my stomach exploded.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And then after that, Henry's plan is like to sneak around, but then he gets caught, so that plan was fucking useless. So Steve and Jack Black and Gary Garbage Man and Jason Momoa get kidnapped, and Jason Momoa has to fight a baby zombie, while Henry has to fight Enderman while looking for the thing they're looking for the Tesseract thing, the cube. They need to put it in to get back home. They get that thing. So that happens. And then, after that, he gets caught by the Enderman. And he beats that Enderman really fucking easily. I don't think an Enderman should be that hard to beat. Especially because it's its first time fighting it, too.
Yeah.
It was literally teleporting to where his axe was already aiming. So that Enderman, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
We just wanted to die,
Yeah, then we get these flashbacks with the other characters basically calling Henry useless, like you serve no purpose, you are garbage, like the man. And,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's crazy. It's like I don't think anybody thought he was like a terrible dude. I think that's just self-confidence. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why he got so angry.
Yeah, we had to talk about the scene where...
Yeah, just like before all this, when they're getting to the mines where... See, this is what I mean. Like, you can just skip this entire part of the movie. I completely forgot with, like, the Great Hog, the Creeper Farm, the diamonds. Yeah, it starts out because Jason Momoa, he doesn't have money. So he's getting the diamonds, so he can get up. And then Henry starts being a bitch, and he's like, man, you're the most selfish person. And I'm like, oh my God.
Please shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, I get from, like, the movie perspective, like, he didn't know. Actually, no, I feel like he should fucking know, because he went to his crib, and I'm pretty sure Jason Momoa was like, hey, man, yeah, life's going shit for me. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he's a kid. I shouldn't be blaming him, but,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying?
I forgot.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you can continue on with what happens next.
Basically, they escape the Woodland Mansion, and then they basically they meet up with the other two characters that got separated during the fight with the piglins in the village.
Yeah, that too, but one thing I just remembered too is that Gary the Garbage Man dies. Steve and Henry, they get knocked out.
Yeah.
So they get rescued by Dennis the Menace. Dennis the Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Dennis comes in, starts beating the crap out of the piglins, and then takes them back to the portal that they came from.
Exactly. Plot summary. Fucking hell. It's not even me remembering what's going on in the movie. It's just like, what the fuck is there to talk about?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was a movie, certainly, but like...
Yeah, give it a go. This is just a plot summary, but basically, movie happens, piglins come out of the portal, Miss Piggy gets the thing, the Tesseract, reveals her backstory, that she really liked dancing a pig dance from the Minecraft video game. Mm-hmm. Pig Step from the Minecraft video game. She loved dancing to that song. Everybody said, you suck. And then she got sad and became evil when she was like an old wizard.
Which, like, didn't make... That's just such a cop-out answer. Like, of course, she said she dances the pig step and then turns evil when everyone's, like, shitting on her for her fucking dancing skills.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's Miss Piggy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog died. This is the universe where Kermit never existed.
Mm-hmm.
He never jumps through that nether portal.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Which we don't actually see frogs in the movie, but we do have, like, Steve does build a frog, so that's something.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that we have Steve and every other character, they fight. And then, basically Henry, he goes up to get the Tesseract at the big statue near the nether portal thingamajiggy. And then the big hog is like fighting iron golems, and then he does like a thing where he shoots up. I was like, oh shit, they're killing off Henry, bro. Hell yeah. And then fucking Gary the Garbage Man comes back from the dead riding a ghast, and he saves him. And then they get the Tesseract thing, whatever. The piglins zombified, they become the zombie version from the video game. Mm-hmm. And then after that we have, which I'm just going to say one thing about the ghast. It just kind of pissed me off that, they're able to ride a ghast, and I guess the ghast can't see them, so it can't get mad, but it's also just like, man. Henry starts poking the ghast to make it shoot fireballs, man.
Like, that's just animal abuse right there.
Exactly. Well, I guess the piglins are doing it. They got to make those happy ghasts,
Yeah, they got to add that to the next movie, which, by the way, there isn't...
We gotta finish the movie before we talk about the end credits scene.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw you laughing at this scene. I can't remember with Steve and the villain when she starts getting zombified with the knife. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. She basically, Steve stops fighting the Miss Piggy, and then Miss Piggy's like creeping on foot, like, come closer, come closer. And Steve's like, I will not come closer. You're probably gonna stab me with a knife, aren't you? And then Steve actually does, but then she goes so slowly that Steve just knocks the knife out of her hand, and just fucking. And then the scene repeats 2 times, and then finally Steve walks away and lets her die or something. I don't know. We don't. It's very ambiguous what happens to her.
Yeah, because we don't see her turn into a piece of meat or something, so she's just fucking chilling there, I guess, rotten. Which that was fucking weird too, because she kills like a baby piglin, bro.
Yeah, she kills one of her kind, like...
No, not even that. That's a baby, bro. That's a child, man.
Yeah.
There's child murder in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Except instead of seeing the corpse, they just turn in a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eat that.
Mm-hmm. Yummy.
Yeah, so it's pretty accurate to the game now that I think about it, killing babies.
Mm-hmm.
The baby zombie, that was like the most fucking annoying character.
Yeah.
Just because I hated how they made the fucking baby zombie like cry. And I'm like, man, that makes that so fucking annoying. Like, wah. Like Baby Mario from Yoshi's Island.
Pretty much, yeah. They just added Baby Mario from Yoshi's Island into the game, into the movie, and then, shit happens. He fights Jason Momoa in a ring or something, WWE style.
Yeah, exactly. During that's when they were kidnapped by the evokers or something.
Yeah.
In the mansion.
Which doesn't happen in the game too, which is like, it's foreshadowing or something. Like, is
your
this
next
just
update?
Yeah, he's like, is this gonna come out next year or something? Like,
yeah, I think they're adding all this to the game,
Yeah, they just needed to get it by the audience first.
Yeah.
See if they liked it first,
Exactly, dual buckets. You'll be able to use that in your Minecraft next year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, all the characters go back to the real world. Henry's sister says, Steve, fuck you, you're coming to real life. And he's like, shit, I guess I prefer being in real life than playing Minecraft on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So he sings with Jason Momoa and leaves. And Dennis the Wolf comes over to the crib and he lives with Dawn from Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then Jack Black, he has a song and they create Minecraft, but not really. They create Minecraft as like a fighting game. And then after that, they do the end credit scene, and I'll shit my pants. The fucking end credit scenes, it goes in and it shows the piglins building a thing, and the wizard pops out. Is what I was thinking was gonna happen.
Yeah, what actually happened was even better. Steve goes to a house. He knocks on the door, and a woman appears. She opens up the door, and Steve is like, "Hey, I have something to do in this house. Can I come in?"
Yeah, that's his house.
It's his house. And then we're introduced to Alex. Even though we don't see what she looks like, we just see the back of her head, and like it's awesome. It's gonna set up the sequel. We're gonna get a cinematic universe. We're gonna get so many more movies out of this franchise. It's gonna be awesome.
Exactly. We're gonna see Ender Dragon next movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna bring in Jesse from Minecraft Story Mode, Ruben the Pig.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I'm just we'll go into some positives and some nitpicks. Mm-hmm. My first nitpick is Steve has Elytra. So did he go to the end or not?
Yeah, it's kind of ambiguous. It's really, or it's kind of like up in the air. Like, seasoned veteran players of Minecraft will definitely notice this in the movie, like Wes here. But I feel like the movie just skipped over that part. They could have like showed us how he got all this stuff, but they just didn't. And yeah,
it's like fine for again let's do stuff, and I get wanting to use the Elytra, but it is also just like to me, you can only get that in the end. So did Steve, and he'd have to kill Blazes to go to the Nether to combine with the Ender Pearls to open the portal. Which I'm pretty sure he didn't do, unless he was walking around when he was chained up to the wall in the Nether.
Maybe that's what he did, and then we just don't see it on screen.
Yeah, maybe there's another crafting recipe or something.
Yeah, Maybe it is. My first nitpick is, one of my nitpicks is, how come, we all know about the recent update with Minecraft, they're adding rideable gas in the game. But then when I noticed something, the gas in the movie were particularly angry. They were angry gas, and not the happy gas that we see in the actual trailer that dropped not too far along with the movie. So my that's my nitpick. Like they didn't accurately portray the gas in the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, the angry one. Well, I guess you could say because they're angry and it's because of the piglin abuse.
Probably.
Yeah, I guess they're like chained up at this time.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree too, because it's like I can't ride the angry version in the video game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell, man?
Right.
They're gonna put the happy ghast in the next movie because Steve is gonna find a baby ghast and he's gonna raise it as his new pet.
Mm-hmm.
Positives.
It was funny. It was definitely funny. The movie definitely got some laughs out of me, even though I was going to the hospital multiple times.
Exactly. We brought we did all the operation in there.
Yeah. They did a surgery on my ears to fix them.
Yeah, I think you had to replace them with metal, right?
Yeah. Now I have metal ears.
Exactly.
I'm almost a cyborg now.
Yeah, cyborg boy. I don't know.
Yeah.
A boyberg from Phineas. What's positive for me? I think it has to be like the B plot with the C plot with the villager and Henry's teacher. It's like the love story. And at the fucking end of the movie, the villager just speaks English, like really proper, like English for whatever reason. He starts talking like fucking like George Washington. He's like, "Yeah, I learned English, guys. What's up? It's me. I'm a nitwit."
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah, he says he says like "fuck you" to the ex, and he puts on sunglasses, hops on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. That definitely happens too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you got any other thoughts?
I felt like I just felt like, I think it worked as a live action film because it was funnier.
Yeah.
I think it was funnier to see an actual people, but if they were gonna do an animated movie eventually, which I think they're doing for Netflix, right?
Yeah.
The animated series. I hope they reference the movie at some capacity, just so we can have this universe where, we have
Minecraft.
the Minecraft cinematic universe.
I agree.
As I said, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we're not getting movies, but Alex is gonna be in the TV show.
Right.
No, yeah, I agree. I hope we do get a cinematic Minecraft universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd have it where they find different portals and there's different servers or something. They go to the Hive.
Yeah, they go to the realms.
Yeah, they go to Minecraft story mode.
Yep. They go to Minecraft dungeons.
Exactly. But no, I definitely agree. That would be awesome. Well, yeah, I don't know if I have any other thoughts on the movie. Really, right now, currently.
Yeah.
It was a trip. I got the McDonald's. When I went there, I got the cup for whatever reason. It was just a wild time, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Wild time leading up to it, and a wild ride, wild west.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! They literally do say Minecraft in the movie. With Jack Black, it's like, it's time to mine, it's time to craft, it's time to Minecraft, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that was definitely weird.
Yeah.
They said the titular name of the movie in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'd rate that like a 7 out of 10. What about you?
I'm rating it giving it a 6. It's definitely it's for the family, not really for anyone who's really looking for a deep philosophical film about life and death
Yeah.
And taxes. Yeah, we don't look for that in this movie.
Steve does pay his taxes now.
Well, yeah, he does, but no, you're right. He does pay his taxes. Never mind.
No, he doesn't now because he's in Minecraft. He hasn't paid them for years.
Yeah.
Fucking bastard. He's been chained up in the nether for years.
He did it to evade his taxes. That's why he did it. That's why.
Yeah, that's why he yearned for the mines.
Yeah, he yearned for the mines because he didn't want to pay taxes when he became an adult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the plot of the movie. It's about Steve not wanting to grow up, and then the end is him being like, shit, I gotta grow up.
Yeah. That's the moral of the story, kids.
Yeah, that is pretty deep now that I think about it. And
yeah.
I think I might move it a 10 out of 10 because they had Technoblade in there.
Oh my god, you're right. We didn't even mention that. There's a reference to Technoblade, the famous YouTuber that died of cancer. Legend, awesome YouTuber.
Yeah, and we see a pig that has his crown, and somebody says, "Who is that?" And Steve says, "A legend."
And that's how we knew they were referencing Technoblade in the movie.
Yeah, Technoblade from YouTube.com.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, last thoughts, last things.
Nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm all out.
Yeah, me too. Well, let's do the thing. Bye! You gonna join in?
I don't know how. I've never been on this podcast. What do I do?
You gotta do like the Minecraft, like how every Minecraft YouTuber would be like, bye! Like in unison.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, 3,
bye!
bye!